Keeping up with our motto that learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure, here we are with the remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students! Today we are going to start with Class 10 Science, Chapter number 7, Lenses. Topics that I am going to cover during this session are Introduction to Lenses, Types of Lenses, and the terms related to lenses. We all have seen various use of lenses in our day-to-day life. For example, they are used in cameras, they are used in spectacles. Lenses are also used in machines like microscope and telescope, in torch, magnifying lens, as well as the lenses that we wear in our eyes. So what are lenses and how do they work? Lenses alter the path of any light rays passing through them, refracting them towards or away from a single point. Lenses must be made of the transparent medium with the curved surfaces, and it is the curve of the lens that determines the amount of refraction. There are two major types of lenses, concave lenses and convex lenses, both of which they have many uses in the modern life. Let us understand both these lenses in detail. The lens, which has two spherical surfaces which are puffed up outwards, as shown over here, is called a convex or the double convex lens. This lens is thicker near the center as compared to the edges, while the lens with both the surfaces spherical on the inside is called a concave or the double concave lens. This lens is thinner at the center as compared to its edges. So this is how the convex and the concave lens looks like. There are different types of lenses which are shown over here in the picture. Concave lens is also called diverging lens. Convex lens is also called converging lens. We will see this in coming slides. Different types of lenses are available for different purposes as shown over here in the picture. A ray of light gets reflected twice while passing through a lens, once while entering the lens and once while emerging from the lens. The direction of the ray changes because of these refractions. Cross sections of convex and the concave lenses are shown over here in the part A and B of the figure. Let us understand few terms that are related to both these lenses. Center of curvature. The center of the spheres whose parts form the surfaces of the lens are called center of curvature of the lens. Over here we can see S1 is one sphere and S2 is another sphere. Their parts are forming the convex lens. C1 is the center of sphere S1 and C2 is the center of sphere S2. So C1 and C2 both are the center of curvatures of convex lens. Similarly, C1 and C2 over here in B figure are the center of curvature for the concave lens, because they are the centers of the sphere S1 and S2 whose parts are forming the concave lenses. So the lens with both the surface spherical will have two center of curvatures. Next is radius of curvature. Here you can see the radius of the sphere S1 is R1 and the radius of the sphere S2 is R2. So the radii R1 and R2 of the spheres whose parts form the surfaces of the lens are called the radii of curvature of the lens. For the concave lens, here you can see this is R1 and R2. So these are the radius of curvature for the concave lens. Principal axis. The imaginary line passing through both the center of curvature is called the principal axis. So this is the imaginary line that is passing through C1 and C2. It is called the principal axis. Similarly here for the concave lens also. Next is optical center. The point inside a lens on the principal axis through which the light rays pass without changing their path is called the optical center of the lens. This point O in both convex and the concave lens is called the optical center. Here you can see in the figure C that a light ray, when it is passing through the point O, the direction of the light ray is not changing. So this point is called the optical center through which the light ray passes without changing their path. Next is principal focus. To understand this, let us consider the figure D. When the light rays parallel to the principal axis are incident on a convex lens, they converge to a point on the principal axis. Here you can see the light rays are meeting at one point. This point is called the principal focus of the lens. And the distance between the optical center and the principal focus is called the focal length of the lens. Now, let us understand that why a convex lens is also called a converging lens and a concave lens is also called a diverging lens. You are very well aware about the term divergent beam and the convergent beam of light. You have studied this in your 9th class in the chapter Reflection of Light. Divergent beam of light means the lights, they are diverging from a single point in different direction, whereas convergent beam in that the beam of lights, they meet at a single point. So in the previous slide also we have seen that when the light rays parallel to the principal axis are incidented on a convex lens, after getting refracted, they are meeting at a point. So this point is called the focal point, and as they are converging and meeting at a single point, the convex lenses are called converging lens. And this is the focal length, that is the distance between the optical center and the focal point. Now let us understand the same for the concave lenses. When the light rays parallel to the principal axis fall on the concave lens, they are diverging after refraction in such a way that they appear to be coming out at a single point on the principal axis. This point is called the principal focus of the concave lens or the focal point. And the distance between the focal point and the optical center is called the focal length. This we already know. So this is the reason that why convex lens is called converging lens and why concave lens is called a diverging lens. This is all for today's session. Thank you so much.